what's up everybody? It's Jason here with the Portuguese Brothers. I'm here today to talk a little bit about the snatch and the problems that people may have with actually catching it strong over their head once they're receiving the movement. So I got two little exercises and the ideas behind the exercise that will really help us create more rigidity up overhead and allow us to have a lot more secure and less, if you can say at the least, wobbliness at the top of your movement. So there's two exercises that I'd really like to work on, and the form over function type of idea as far as creating really tight, crisp rigidity in these positions. So the first one is going to be just your normal snatch grip push press from behind the neck. And this is really, the ideas behind the exercise is more important than just the exercise itself. So come and follow with me here. I got myself in my snatch grip. I'm gonna bring this behind my neck here. And the whole idea between making a very secure position is, again, making sure that the tension is really tight from the elbows into the trapezius muscles. We want to try and actually take like the deltoids as much out of play as we can and rely as far as in the activity of our shoulder and our shrug and the lockout of those elbows at the top of the movement. So the thing I really like to focus on when I'm working on my push press is that when I come up and I push all the way through, I'm locking out through my traps and my elbows equally enough. So I like to try and push my wrists up into my wrists or the butts of my hands into the air, shrugging my shoulders high and making sure my elbows lock out. One of the big things we want to look for is that internal rotation of the shoulder when I'm up overhead. So I'm just not pushing up, but I'm here with my shoulder, rolling the shoulder forward to really lift the traps up high, so that will help me lock the elbow and click it a lot better when I'm up overhead. So the idea behind that push press is being able to get there and come all the way through and roll those shoulders so I can lock out the elbow so I can get my traps nice and high and active in my movement. So if I was to replay this and I bring this back onto my shoulders and I work into my push press and I come up all the way through again, I'm really trying to attack and push up through those traps and lock those elbows quickly and tightly and hold tight. And I bring it back down and bring it up and hold tight in those positions. And number two would be us working on the snatch balance of the movement. So we can really work on that top end. I can get a really secure position. I'm feeling confident with the loads that I'm putting on myself, being able to keep the traps active at the top. And now I'm going to try and test myself and work at the bottom receiving end on my snatch balance, making sure, can I catch it with high active shoulders, with my elbows locked and finish up top? Or can I? So what the ideas I like to think about in that snatch balance is when I come into play and I drop down, can I catch it with my shoulders high? Do I finish nice and tight? Am I still in my secure position? So I like to, again, work little moments in each position. At the bottom, make sure I'm tight, and at the top, make sure I'm tight. So give yourself a little moment that when I catch, I'm tight, come up, I'm tight, and then that A to B movement, as far as when my shoulders are at the bottom and the top, is it the same? Have I maintained rigidity, or is there any little bit of shakiness coming through any of that A to B positioning? So the most important part is through these accessory exercises is making sure that the loads are correct so I can create rigid positions and build through there. A lot of people tend to load it up and kind of muscle it through, and just because I complete and can stand up means it's all good. No. I want to make sure that I can be secure, so therefore when I'm going through the ballistic movement of the full snatch, I can assure myself that I can catch in a strong position, finish in a strong position, and allow all those muscles to coordinate properly. So really starting with that push press, making sure I can get those traps activated at the top, have that little internal rotation so I can get the elbow to get tight. And then once that becomes really confident, I understand the idea and the strength of those trapezius muscles at the top, practicing with that snatch balance. And I like to do these as warm-ups and or as little follow-ups beyond your actual snatch progressions that you may be working with, whatever it may be. So I like to start or finish with it. Either way, it's just about building security, confidence, and rigidity in those positions and testing yourself and making sure you can do so. So the most important thing is the loads that you work with to make sure I can attack and secure in those positions. So work on those couple guys, and I guarantee it will help big time. So another tip from the Portuguese Brothers.